We are here. And as we speak as one. When we talk to this, we are speaking of the space between things. Oftentimes in your linear world, it is about the past, the present, and the future. It is seen as a linear expression. Your life, when you look at it through the human lens, is a linear expression. You are born. You are a toddler. You are a teen. You are an adult. You are a wisdom keeper. And then you lay your body down. This experience in your 3D world, known as Earth, through the human lens, is linear. And yet, we are opening up a perception for you to also recognize within the finite, you will find the infinite. Though this world is Fibonacci in its sequence, it is also golden mean. Golden mean is the expression of what is infinite, no time, no space. What is Fibonacci is through linear expression, and yet that is the gift of the human life. Though one may not always see it, the gift here is change. It is quite interesting if you stop and look at the things you wish will change in your life, and you love the change. And yet other things you want to keep the same that change anyways, you try to hold on to so strongly. Recognize here, all things change, and that is the gift. The gift is the shift. And in that, you will find you are also the creator of your reality. And this might be fearsome to some, because they do not want the responsibility of being the creator of their reality. And yet, if you step back just a little bit more and recognize that is the gift, you can also see how your creations can give you a beautiful expression of what is finite, what will change. You have to, though, embrace that when you mix certain colors, you will get other colors. You can't just have a white painting. No one will see anything. You've got to put different expressions on there. And that is what change is. It can force one into having a different expression. And yet, if you hold on so tightly, then you will be giving up the gift of what the human experience is truly here for. And what is the joke here? We call it a joke because we can laugh at it when we're able to see the big picture, though we will cry at it if we don't see the big picture, is that your letting go is actually allowing you to move into the flow of what is infinite, even within the finite. Change is inevitable. When you embrace this, then you can see that you are given a buffet of choices in life. The only things forced upon you is when you don't own the power that you have choice. People ask us questions. They ask because they are afraid if they answer their own question, they'll get it wrong. And so they want other people to answer the question for them. But what they don't recognize is right away, they're giving away their power to another source and letting someone else choose. That, though, is a great responsibility. Though someone will be playing out your life anyways, if you're not choosing. You will have support around you. you can still ask people questions, but recognize the people you have around you that you're asking the questions with. Are they the ones that are telling you, this is how I would do it? Or do they pause and ask you questions as well to allow you to figure out your own answers of what feels true to you? When you are born in this human life, you are given a body. And in this body, you are given a system around you to teach you how to be, how to eat, how to drink, how to interact with the world around you. Being human, you rely on everyone around you. When you are first born, someone must feed you. Someone must give you drink. And then, as well, it goes bigger. They teach you how to be human, how to interact in a tribe or in a city, in a family. And in this, you are automatically born into almost giving your life away to how other people tell you how to be. There is, though, opportunity when you begin to awaken, whether in adolescence or even beforehand, or in adulthood or in your wisdom years. Every place that you are meant to awaken, you're given an opportunity that asks you, will you choose for you, or are you afraid that you will make the wrong choice? What if we told you you can't make the wrong choice? What if we told you that in this moment of time, the choice you made is exactly the choice you made because of the information you had? So even if you made a wrong choice, that wrong choice leads you to the right choice that you are seeking in the first place. Quite possibly, the answer to all the choices that you're making is that you make the choice consciously rather than allowing other people to make it for you. Then, though, there comes the awareness that you take full responsibility for your life. That full responsibility for your life is one of the scariest things that can happen to the human ego, because then you have to own your shit. But you can also own your beauty just as much. And then you begin to walk in a world more consciously, not allowing other people to program your choices, because you recognize that the gift of choice, when you do it with awareness, is in fact the empowering piece that you get to have to truly be a conscious creator in this life and in this human experience. Now, with all of this said, we wish to tell each and every one of you here, and quite possibly listening to this channeling, you are in a time of great change, of grand choices that you get to make in your life. They are big. You are at a crossroads. And that crossroads is asking you, will you continue to ask someone else how you should live your life? Or will you ask yourself, how do I choose to live my life? And own your power, all of it. When you do so, though, we tell you that though it may be hard in the beginning, you will again recognize that you have the power to truly create a life you wish to be in. Because if you allow other people to always make your choices, you will one day open your eyes and say, wait, this is not the life I wish, because you gave everyone else that power to create a life they thought you would like, though you are the one truly in it, living it, and breathing it. Now, we are opening up to any questions. We can move on the same theme, or if you wish to go into any other theme, this is now your time and your space. Michael will assist us. If you have a question, please raise your hand, and then Michael will give you the floor and speak your question out loud so everyone can hear it. And now, the time is yours.
I don't know how to word this or what I exactly want to say, but after being in a 10-year traumatic relationship, in the last 2 years healing, trying to figure out who I am, where I belong, I feel like I'm stuck between all my past and all the stuff I've learned my whole life and been, how did you put it, born into, and all of the stuff, and where I truly want to be. And I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel every day. What am I supposed to be doing? What is my purpose? What now? This is not my life that I had planned out. I guess I just feel like I'm stuck on this hamster wheel and I don't know where to go and what I'm supposed to be doing.
Life is happening right now. Sometimes, especially A-type personalities, will always need a task, a peak to conquer, a thing to write down. I accomplished this. Though, right now, it could be a possibility that you just get to be. What you're seeking is seeking you. It is already yours. In this state, you won't have to fight for anything. It becomes about living the life you're in, not having to prove your worth. That is very big for you. What if your very existence speaks to your worth? In all of this reality, all of creation, the trillions of years that have brought us to this moment in time, you exist. That is quite beautiful. And your existence is more than enough in this great big universe. What if you have nothing to prove? Again, the fact you exist means you're worth it. All these trillions of cells, even in your body, are working together as one to give you an expression of you. They think you're worth it. If they didn't, they wouldn't exist as a team for you. Maybe you just get to slow down and be in the small movements. A conversation with a dear friend who has come for a visit. The sunlight on your skin. There are things in this life that money cannot buy. And we say this because sometimes success can look like accolades through monetary gain or even beauty on the surface. but recognize life is meant to be lived. Let all those rough and tumbled moments be an expression of a life lived. And now here you are, you have made it, and you made a very difficult, scary choice that brought you out of a relationship that might have seemed safe because it was familiar, but it wasn't. Familiarity is not always safety, though the mind can confuse it to be so. You chose change, the unknown, that puts you on a path with no plan. And yet, you ask, what is the plan for my life? Throw it away. What if there is no plan and you're free? Just be. Let life find you through that state of allowing yourself to receive now, because you're alive. Again, let us reiterate, nothing to prove, as that goes for every single one of you. Notice your existence here. It is no accident, for if you go back far enough, there are no accidents. Everything will eventually lead you back to what you are seeking, which is you. Be you, be free. Are we clear?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for your question.
I'll ask a question. Not to change the theme, but well, it's kind of in the line of, I've recently, this just pricked me. I'm hearing about CERN and that it got shut down and it's shifting the planet. Can you speak to that? CERN, CERN.
Yes. Every being can shift the planet. Every one of you can shift the planet, whether you choose to come online or offline. This is the same with what you speak about with CERN. There are many possibilities in an endless sea of energy. Now, you have pure potential, pure energy. How it takes form or expression comes through pathways of what one chooses to do. And that choice can come from what you're choosing as humankind, or as a country, or as a state, as a family unit, or as an individual. Now, this shifting that is happening with CERN it is creating an opportunity for you all to be the quantum, as you are in fact, for you cannot disconnect yourself from it. Yet, you have possibility now to consciously become quantum, aware of it. Now, when we say quantum, this moves into many different sciences. Yet, let us move back to what we spoke about a little earlier with there is no time. Everything is happening all at once. The mind cannot always possibly comprehend this, for it's looking for patterns, A to B to C to D. What if we were to tell you that you know what exists right now? A, B, C, D. all at the same time. You focus on D, you will see D. You focus on A, you will see A. You go in a linear form, you will go A, B, C, D. You go all the way back and go to the space in between. It is all held A, B, C, D. Now, when we speak to CERN, there are many things that people are saying. And guess what? All of them can be true. And let us ask you this. What does it mean for you personally? That is the question each one of you always must ask yourself when anything comes out on your web or internet or news, such as alien disclosure. Ask yourself, what does this mean for me? Or is it just some shiny thing sparkling out there to lead you down a rabbit hole of more distraction? Again, what if it is all true? What if you cannot make a mistake? Also, with CERN going offline, quite possibly, now you get to come online. You are a quantum. All of this is trying to understand yourself. You cannot see yourself unless you look in a mirror. You can see pieces with your eyes. You can see your hand. You can see your foot. Yet you need a mirror to see your own eyes. The closer you get to the source, the more you will have to experience it for yourself, rather than everything and everyone outside of you telling you how it is. Now, with these alien disclosures, as we've opened this up, we will speak more deeply into this. You are all aliens here. What is an alien? It is someone from off planet, planet Earth in your description for all the human beings in this consciousness that are listening. Now let me ask you this. What is inhabiting this human body? It is your essence, your soul. That is much more than just this matter. So you as well are an alien. Now if you are just looking at the 3D world, and ask yourself, what we are speaking about is the aliens that come from off planet in their ships, in their different bodies that are separate from ours chemically and consciously. Now, let us tell you that any alien who is showing up in a ship is primitive. They are still using ships. They are still relying on linear means to travel from point A to point B to point C to point D. They will not come here and rescue the world. It will simply be another distraction. What we tell you here is, in ultimate, the more that you expand your consciousness into recognizing we are all connected and in the quantum. You are a quantum. You simply think it and you are there. Any species utilizing, again, a ship itself is just as primitive as are some that call the human race primitive, though we would not. The body you have is one of the most advanced mechanisms in all of this 3D reality. It knows and responds to things before they happen. Before it happens, it is quantum. You will feel it in your body. The problem is, if you do not like your body and deny it, then it will not be able to speak as clearly to you through its intuition channels. So, love your body. Its growth, its youth, its age, its wrinkle, its hair, its no hair. Love it, and it will love you back and guide you so profoundly and deeply in this life that you will be amazed that it has always been with you. This is your greatest intuitive channel. You are with it every single moment of every single day. Yet again, sometimes what we inhabit, we don't always recognize. Again, like the eyes having to look in the mirror to see itself. Allow yourself to love your body so it can give you as well the information, the intuition that you get to have to live your best life. Because your body wants its best life just as much as you do. And accept it changing. That is the beauty. It will change because you have chosen a finite experience as an infinite being. Now, we open the space back up to you for any more clarity or new questions. The floor is yours.
Can you explain Christ consciousness?
Yes. Christ consciousness is often connected with one being known as Yeshua, or Jesus Christ as he has been called in the Americas. Yet we wish to bring a broader perspective on the Christ consciousness. Now, Christ is a word that has been given to individuals that have recognized their connection with oneness, source, the divine, while in a human body. You are all connected. It is simply the difference of becoming fully aware and conscious that you are connected. The Christ consciousness is one that recognizes what I do to you, I do to myself.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Talking about this higher conscious, how do we navigate in this 3D world with our other family members who may not be on the same level of awareness and consciousness? And how do we deal with like the negative energies that are constantly around us and bombarding us?
First, on a very clear level, it is recognizing that judgment itself is what oftentimes causes the pain, as is expectation. We expect someone to see our clear intentions, that we are coming from love, and they do not receive it that way. Thus, we feel pain, and we in fact have a judgment on ourselves and them for not seeing a pure intention. But that is in fact exactly what it is. We judge the situation. You show up in a consciousness of love. It doesn't matter how they receive it, because it will not change you. you will be in love. And recognize this love is for yourself just as much as it is for others. Love, in fact, can have many different expressions. This is something we really wish for you to hear. Love will give what is needed in every moment to allow a true expression of what is to come forward, that we are all connected. Sometimes love is no. Sometimes love is yes. Sometimes love is a boundary. Sometimes love is an open door. It can take many different forms. It is not always sacrificial. Many with a Christian background may have a program that love is sacrificial. It is not. That is an old paradigm that has been playing out, that is not necessarily very clear to what love is. Love will give what is needed. Sacrificing yourself all the time is not loving to you. And being love is giving yourself that just as much. Now coming back around to dealing with other people, recognize you are showing up that way because you can. And put yourself in check. What are your expectations when you show up that way? Leave that at the door. Let it be a surprise. It may be pleasant, it may not be, but it is your attachment to how someone receives your love that will cause the pain of you giving your love out and it not being appreciated. In that, it will also open up a greater realization as well, where you will actually see why they are seeing you that way. And you will know that is why they are reacting the way they are. And you will laugh at it because you see and have compassion. That is their absolute truth, and that is their right to see it that way, as it is my right to see it the way I see it. For we cannot give ourselves that freedom and yet not give someone else that same freedom to see how they wish to see. We let go of that attachment and we recognize no one is living our life but us, and I am unattached to how you receive your love as I am unattached to how you receive my love. If I give it freely. And in that case, you are truly free, even from those that you think drag you down. Do not give them that power, for they never had it in the first place until you said they did. Are we clear?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We wish to speak a little bit deeper into a concept of unattachment. If you look at unattachment with your human mind, you think of letting go of everything and everyone and hiding out as a hermit somewhere. That is not what unattachment truly is on a soul level. And it is not what the Buddha was talking about either. When you are unattached from a space of true essence, then, believe it or not, you will naturally, automatically connect on a deeper level to everything, because you are not asking anything to be what it is not. For example, let us say that Holy here wants to do something nice for someone. So she sees someone on a corner who has a sign saying anything helps. In her idea of thinking, I would like to support and help someone, let me go and do something. She goes to the store and buys cupcakes, and she brings them to that person, saying, here, I know anything helps. Let me give you this out of the kindness of my heart. And that person there grabs the cupcakes and throws them and says, I don't want cupcakes. What will I do with cupcakes? And then starts ranting how people don't ever give them what they actually need, which is money or something else. Now Holy can personalize that. What a jerk! I gave you my love and you did not accept it. In fact, you threw it away and then started yelling at me. And because you did not accept my love, my heart now is hardened. Yet you see, in the very action of giving and then how it was received, there was an attachment. Unattachment is truly just flow. Give if you want to give. Don't give if you don't want to give. But recognize that if you are truly unattached, then it is not separating yourself from everything and everyone. It is recognizing when you yourself have an attachment to how something is received or perceived. Don't have that attachment, and you will come to recognize that love is quite easy for yourself and for others. And with it, there is wisdom in there also that is never trying to prove anything. For again, coming back, you have nothing to prove. And if you did have something to prove to someone else, and they received that approval and gave you approval back, you have given your power away. Somewhere along the way, they may disapprove, and then it doesn't matter how much you received their approval, all of a sudden you're caught up on that one time now that they disapprove. You see, you are in a cycle. Give yourself out of the cycle. Be unattached, not because you do not love, but because you do love. And then recognize that that is true freedom. Now, are there any other questions before we close? Wonderful. Then as we come to completion, we are going to ask each one of you to take a moment. Close your eyes. And just find something in this moment to be grateful for, right here and right now in this moment. Whether it's the air flowing in and out of your lungs, whether it's your heart beating, whether it's someone else in this room. Find something to be grateful for right here in this moment, happening right now. Gratitude is an incredible practice for awakening the frequency of your essence, your soul in your body. And in that frequency of gratitude, you will bring more to be grateful for to you. Now let us give you a tool. When you are doing a gratitude practice, always at least find one thing to be grateful for that is happening right now in this moment. That will allow the frequency of gratitude to move 100-folds through your life, even into the past and into the future. Because right now it is connected to all places. Right now is where infinity exists. Right now is the greatest place where you can create change. Do this practice, if you choose, at least once a day. Have gratitude for what is actually happening in the moment. Acknowledge it, feel it, think it. And then notice how things begin to shift. And you will recognize that the world, the universe itself, is not working against you. It is working for you. It has simply been waiting for you to acknowledge yourself within it. Now thank you for coming, for bringing your essence, your time, your energy. Thank you for your way of being. And for now, until we meet again, we bid you farewell.